So yeah, just get that bolster out. And if it's not comfortable to have it flat on the ground, just bring it with a block under. Well, let's just drop the heart and just drape the front of the body across the bolster. And sometimes it's nice to begin with a pillow or some blankets kind of rolled up between the calves and the glutes. Sometimes that helps to just ease us into this shape. So whatever your supported child's pose looks like, just find some comfort in the shape. Without rushing, just giving yourself the time to settle in. Maybe notice the breath through the nose and maybe out the mouth. Maybe the breath kind of glides in and maybe an exhale out. It's our week for Bhujangasana, for cobra pose. Physically, Bhujangasana compresses the low back. It opens up the heart and the chest. So we're starting in our child's pose to just kind of lengthen out the back of the body and to relax the chest. So maybe the next breath, just feel your chest relaxing into the bolster or the cushion. Maybe the exhale, you feel that low back kind of expand across from side to side and then down towards the sits bones. Breathing in and out. See if you can relax the hands. They're not just gripping the floor, they're just resting on the floor. Coming into this practice together, sharing our Thursday together. Which is also our loving kindness practice. Let's breathe in and out. Bhujangasana. The snake represents the focus of the natural world. As the cobra rises up, it represents opening to receive spiritual energy. Grounded in the earth and open to receive spiritual energy, we meet life with a willingness to embrace all experiences, both positive and negative, as part of our process of learning and awakening. So we'll feel ourselves rise in that chest and that back supporting us to rise. The legs will ground us down. And then I invite us to go even a little bit further. And rather than seeing positive and negative experiences, just seeing them as experiences. This neutral approach to an experience, and we can create whatever experience we want with whatever is happening for us. Consider that everything is happening for us, not to us, for our learning and awakening. Let's give ourselves a breath. And then exhale, let's plant the hands, let's lift up into table. So we'll just gently move those props out of the way, move the block, move the bolster, anything you had underneath that chest. Then find yourself in that table with the knees under the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. And let's just drop the belly and lift the heart. This is kind of somewhat of the cobra shape with that heart up and lifted and that low back a little bit compressed. Now let's exhale around the spine. So we tuck the pelvis, drawing the belly button in, chin towards the chest. Let's pause here in the cat shape. Now let's inhale to tilt that pelvis back, drop the belly, and the heart lifts. Let's pause with this heart lift. Breathe in. Here we exhale, stick up the tongue. Lion's breath, exhale. Now let's tuck the pelvis once more to round the spine into our cat. And press the earth away. And sometimes with this cat shape, I like to kind of rock from one hand to the other, shifting the weight. You might notice the sides of the spine on the right side and the left side, between the scapula. This is a little bit of a response. So kind of warming up those muscles by pressing down one hand and then the other. Kind of like as if, you know, when cats get ready to lie down, they kind of knead the blanket. It's kind of knead like a cat here in this cat back. Kneading here, just gently. And now let's just kind of relax the spine without a curve, without a round, without a belly drop. Let's pause here in table. Inhale. Now let's exhale, drop back to child's pose, but really reach those fingers forward. Now let's keep the left hand forward and bring the right hand out like a T. And press the right hand down. And again, maybe notice on the sides of the spine between the shoulder blades, kind of warming up. Inhale and exhale. And then breathe in. And then let's exhale to bring that right hand forward. Inhale to come up to table. And now plant that right hand and bring the left arm underneath. And then lower that left arm down. You can bring the right arm forward to just thread the needle just a little bit. Keep the hips in the middle, guys. And see if you can open up across that back. Don't let those hips sway. Keep them upright over the knees and plant the left hand. Maybe the back of the left hand, but just open up across the shoulder blades again. As we open up the back body, it opens up the space for the heart in the front of the body as well. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale to slide that left arm through, bring both hands forward, sink the heart down, heart melting pose, Anahatasana, puppy pose. Breathe in. And now let's exhale to bring those hands underneath the shoulders. So back to table. Breathe in and out. And maybe just tap the tops of the feet to the ground, awakening those feet that are going to extend behind us later on as we come into cobra. And now relax the feet, bring them into stillness. Inhale. And let's exhale to round that spine again. Maybe shift the weight from one hand to another, kind of kneading that blanket like a cat, side to side. Breathe in. And then exhale, let's sit back to child's pose. The arms are extended far forward. The right arm stays forward, and then the left hand comes out to the side like a T. And press that left hand down into the floor. Breathe in and out. In and out. Allow this shape to be here for us. We're not here to make shapes in yoga class. That's not where we arrive. Maybe that is, but let's just relax that. And just imagine that we come to yoga to create these shapes for us. These shapes are here for us. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale to bring that left arm forward. Inhale up to table. And then from this tabletop, let's extend that left arm forward. Bring that right arm underneath the chest for thread the needle. The right arm coming under. You can have the back of the hand on the earth, and maybe you have the palm on the ground. See if you can create some expansion in the upper back. With the breath, and just by sliding this arm out and over. And then another breath in. And let's exhale to draw that arm forward once more for our puppy pose, Anahatasana. Now exhale to lift the heart, lift the chest. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Let's just come to downward facing dog just for maybe 3 to 5 breaths. We'll lengthen out the backs of the legs. Feel that spine nice and long. Maybe you bring your hands mat distance wide. Really sink that chest down. You can have the hands closer if you want. Breathe in and out. And we exhale. And then let's inhale to drop down to the knees, and then we're going to come up to a seated position. And in this seated position, let's bring the legs out nice and long in front of the body. And just kind of shimmy those sits bones so we feel them nice and grounded. Nice, guys. And if you want, you can either come into your easy pose, your Sukhasana, with the legs crossed in front of you, or if it's accessible, maybe just bring that left heel towards the right glute and bring the right knee to stack on top of that left knee. That might not be accessible for you, so just kind of find what's comfortable. If your legs are just crossed in front of you, pause there, get those sits bones nice and grounded, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And we'll inhale to draw the arms up towards the ceiling, lower the shoulder blades. Maybe give awareness to the spine. Pause in that thoracic spine area that sits between those shoulder blades. Breathe into that thoracic spine. And on the exhale, feel the breath go outward across the shoulder blades towards the shoulders. Breathe in. Now on an exhale, twist towards the right. The left hand coming to the right knee, the right hand coming behind us. Giving some flexion to the spine. You can press the left hand against the knee. But let's gently twist this way. We're not trying to, contort ourselves. We're gently guiding ourselves into some spinal flexion. And we're just going to breathe into the back body here. Just a few breaths. Find this, a twist where it's comfortable to breathe, where it's not labored breathing. It's not an effort, but the breath can come and go. So maybe that means that you're barely twisted. Sometimes I wake up and my back is super tight, so you wouldn't even know I was in a twist by looking at me, but I feel it, right? So just allow yourself to feel the twist and be where you are. Let this shape happen for us. It's not happening to us. It's not uncomfortable. It's a supportive shape. And then we'll exhale to bring both hands forward. Bring the right hand on the right knee, the left hand on that left knee. And we're going to come into seated cat-cow. So let's tuck the chin to the chest, around the spine. Maybe press the hands into the knees and kind of pull on those knees. Maybe you feel that in the trapezius along the sides of the neck and down across the tops of the shoulders, breathing in and out here. And then let's exhale to lift the heart. Maybe bring that belly forward, shoulders come back, maybe drop the head back. A little bit of a cow back. Inhale and exhale. And now bring those shoulders over the hips, kind of that neutral spine. Let's roll our shoulders up, back, up and back. You can switch directions at any time, bringing them back, up and forward. Nice, guys. As you're ready, inhale to sweep the arms up. Settle those shoulder blades down. And then gently exhale to twist towards the right, that heart going towards that left knee, the right hand towards the left knee. The left hand can come behind you. And then gently kind of gaze over that left shoulder. Again, maybe if someone were looking at you, they wouldn't even tell that you were twisted. It's that shallow of a twist, you could say. But maybe it looks as if you were almost bringing the head behind you like an owl. So whether you're in an owl shape or whether you're in a gentler, shallower twist, it doesn't matter. We're bringing our present mind here. Find the space where it's easy to breathe. Give ourselves another easy breath in. And then our exhale brings those hands to the knees again. So our gaze is forward. And this time we'll roll the shoulders up, back and down. We're bringing the arms out like a T. And let's just move those wrists, those fingertips point down. And then the fingertips point up to the sky. So kind of opening up that forearm. Reach through the fingertips and then point the fingers down towards the ground. Shoulders are relaxed. And then reach those fingertips to the sky. Ooh, pause there. Those forearms, we don't realize what they do for us until we stretch them and realize, oh, maybe they're doing stuff for us all day. They're a little tight. Let's turn those fingers towards the ground again. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms up to sky, reach those fingertips high, high, high. Let's exhale, bring the hands in front of us. And now flip the palms towards the front of the mat. Yeah, you got it. And then bring that left hand to the tips of those right fingers and just kind of gently pull those fingers back, guiding those fingers back, opening up across the forearm again. And then when you've had enough, release that guide with the left hand, bring the hands out in front again. And then we'll inhale to bring arms up over your head, bring that right hand towards the right shoulder, and then bring that left hand towards the right elbow, press that arm back, and just guide that elbow down, open up kind of that tricep area, that under part of the arm. Exhale, see if you can bring some effortless breath here, not straining. And then we'll inhale to bring both arms up overhead again. Let's relax the arms and bring them down to the ground. Relaxing the shoulders, maybe rolling out the shoulders again. And then we'll inhale to sweep them up. Flip those palms to the front and then guide those fingers back towards the wrist with the right hand on that left hand. And you can reach the bottom of the hand, that heel of the hand forward as you guide those fingertips back towards the wrist. Maybe you soften the gaze and you just feel into this. Not straining the neck or straining those arms forward. Oh, sigh. Another breath. Now exhale, release the hands. We'll bring the arms up overhead. And then bring that left hand towards the back of that left shoulder. The right hand comes to the left elbow. And then press that elbow back. And then kind of press that arm down so that left hand goes down that left shoulder blade. You can tuck the chin to chest if that's more comfortable. Breathing in. Kind of working from the margin to center today, working from those fingertips to shoulders and then to the heart space. Give ourselves one more breath in. And the out breath is going to extend those arms up. And let's let those hands relax. You can bring the ear to opposite shoulder, the right ear to right shoulder, and then left ear to left. Just going to move from side to side, the side of the neck, getting a little bit of awareness. And as you're ready, bring everything to neutral and maybe bring hands in front of the heart space. You have an intention that you want to bring into your Bhujangasana practice today. And just see what bubbles up. Opening up to spiritual energy, embracing everything that we experience as a way to evolve our consciousness, our learning, and our awakening. Breathe in. And then let's exhale to come to standing. And you're wiggling your way, moving side to side. And meeting up in our standing, mountain pose. Maybe bringing blocks handy on the long edge, so they're tallest. So we have a nice long block in front of us to support us as we begin to move. Let's find a nice steady mountain pose. Those feet grounded. See if you can bring a steady inner gaze here. Let's tuck the pelvis, shoulders roll up, back and down. Maybe we stand so firmly through the feet that we draw those kneecaps towards the hips and those thighs, those quads are active. Or you can relax those knees and have a more passive mountain pose. Let's inhale, bring the arms up to sky. Let's exhale to fold it forward, Bhujangasana, bend the knees slightly, maybe your hands find the blocks. Press into the blocks and around the spine. If you don't have blocks, press into the shins. And again, we notice that space between the shoulder blades getting a little bit of awareness. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the knees. Let's rise up to stand, backing ourselves back to mountain pose. Hands in front of the heart. Breathe in and out. Drop the hands, reach up again. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forward, mountain pose. Inhale. Now exhale, ground the right foot. Let's step the left foot back. Bend that knee just slightly, and then we'll rise up, tucking that pelvis, a nice flat low back as we inhale to bring the arms up. And you guys can bend that back knee, or you can keep that back leg straight. I'll move this bolster so you can see here. Good. Straight leg, or maybe it's bent. Okay, breathe in and out. Then we'll exhale to bring the hands into cactus or goalpost. Football season, right? Exhale, pinch your shoulder blades together. Feel the heart open. We're going to pause here with those shoulder blades pinched together. Maybe bring awareness to just right here, the side of the chest, further side of the chest before it starts to go under the arms. And then we'll exhale to bring those elbows together, palms meet. And now bring those elbows to the belly button as we round the spine. So this is kind of that cat back. Expanding across the upper back again. Let's inhale, bring the elbows in front of the shoulders, and exhale to pinch them together. Goalpost arms. Opening up again. Furthermost part of the chest is right before it goes under the armpits. Inhale. Exhale, extend out like a T now. Yes, good. And then up above the head. And then exhale to fold forward, frame that foot, lower that left knee. And then we'll exhale to straighten that right leg into our Ardha Hanumanasana. Oh, let this be surrender. As we press that heel down, the heart can be lifted. If you can have that straight spine from the base of the spine out the crown of the head, or maybe you want to round like a cat back. Either way, breathing in and out, opening up these backs of the legs to receive that spiritual energy as we drop into cobra later. Inhale. And now let's exhale to bend that right knee. The right knee comes over the right ankle. And we've done this before here, but it's been a while. So let's keep that right knee where it is, and then bring that left foot off the right side of the mat, off that long edge. So the left knee and left thigh face the left long edge of the mat. The left foot is off the right long edge, and that right knee is over the right ankle. Does that make sense? Okay, good. And then just kind of lean that right knee kind of forward over the ankle if you want. You might feel it in the hamstring. You can lean back. Maybe you want to walk the hands off that left long edge of the mat. We're going to be here for maybe 3 or 5 breaths, maybe more. You can walk the hands in front of that left knee. You can kind of straighten that right leg a little. We're just going to see about the stretch behind that right hamstring, maybe that right inner thigh. You can move that foot, that right foot as far as you need to. Straighten the leg. Couple breaths here, guys, just a few more. You can bring the hands out on the left side of the mat and drop down like a puppy pose arms. So there's a lot of variations for this shape. Just accessing the back of that right leg, even the back, wherever you send those arms. Now exhale to walk the hands back towards the body if you had them off the mat. And then lift the chest up, bringing ourselves up over the hips again. And then maybe ground those hands on blocks or on the floor, and then swing that left foot back onto the mat. Yeah. And let's straighten that right leg again and fold over our Ardha Hanumanasana, and just see how this feels now after that supportive shape we were just in. Maybe sigh, letting that breath that holds the life, letting it come and go. Breathe in. And now exhale to lift the heart in the chest and bring that right knee back to meet the left. Let's lower down onto the belly now. The elbows under the forearms, or the elbows under the shoulders, maybe the thighs on the ground, the hips, the low belly. And bring those elbows maybe in front of the shoulders. The legs nice and long. Palms can be flat on the ground, and the palms can be together in prayer in front of the body. Let's inhale. Just lift that heart a little bit, pressing the forearms and the hands into the earth. And I will exhale to look over that right shoulder towards that right heel. Breathe in. and out. One more inhale. Let's exhale, side, bring the gaze forward. Let's press the hands underneath the shoulders. Maybe lower that heart so the heart is now parallel with the ground. Gaze at the ground now. And then we'll inhale. And then we'll exhale to lift the heart just a little bit. So maybe this is a little baby cobra. Inhale. Maybe exhale, press the hands down, coming up to maybe adolescent cobra. Arms a little straighter, but not super straight, the heart lifting. And then if you want, maybe exhale, press down, the low back and mid back active, a little higher, kind of middle-aged cobra. Maybe you exhale to fuller cobra. Bhujangasana. Let's lower down with control. Maybe one vertebra at a time. Let's lower the belly, upper belly, low ribs, nice and controlled. The heart. Let's make the hands underneath the forehead like a pillow, resting the front of the body down on the ground. If you want, bend the knees, bring those ankles over the knees, and just sway those feet side to side like little windshield wipers. Yeah. Oh, maybe sigh. As you sigh, you exhale and press the belly into the floor. That diaphragmatic breathing that we talk about so much. The power in feeling the breath physically. The manifestation of breath in the body, that realization is so powerful. So maybe your next inhale, you feel the belly press into the floor. And exhale, relax the feet, send those legs nice and long. And then we'll exhale to bring those hands underneath the shoulders, but we're going to press up and back to table. Maybe move those hips side to side and then sit those sits bones back to child's pose, Balasana. Exhale. Maybe notice the right side of the back and the right side of the back of the leg. And then the left. And then we'll inhale. And now let's exhale to lift up to table. Ground that right knee, the hands ground. And we'll inhale to draw that left foot forward. Get nice and stable in the feet. And then as you're ready, we're going to curl that toes of that right foot under. Maybe that knee is bent or it's straight. And then we'll rise up into that lunge. Our high lunge, that back knee can be bent or it can be straight. In and out. Side, tuck the pelvis so that low back is nice and long. And we'll inhale to bring your arms up overhead. And this time we're just going to bring our palms together. Instead of our goalposts, we're going to bring palms together like a foul pole in a baseball game. You know, that season's over. Bring the palms together and then press those hands together, especially the thumb and that pinky. And as you do that, you might feel the side body right here active as you press the thumb and the pinky together. Kind of accessing the side body here. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, bring arms out like a T. Keep that pelvis tucked. Let's flip the palms down, and then the palms shine behind us, the thumbs to the ground. Reach to the fingertips. And we'll inhale to flip the palms to the sky. The thumbs point back now with the palms to the sky. Then inhale, bring palms together overhead, foul pole. Thumb and pinky together. Shoulders out of those ears. Pressing the hands together. Side body active. Breathe in. With control, exhale to lower that right knee to the ground. Top of that right foot to the ground. Nice job, guys. Then exhale, bring those hands in front of the heart. Maybe press the thumb knuckles against that sternum. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Prana, that life force energy, also is what allows that heart to beat. So feel that prana manifested in a heartbeat today. Exhale. Now inhale. And then we'll exhale to bring our hands to the ground. Bring that right knee back, and we'll exhale to straighten that front leg, maybe the heel pressing to the earth. You can keep the spine nice and long, as if you were extending out the crown of the head, the gaze just past the front of the mat. Or you can round into that cat back. for our Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to breathe here, breathing into an easeful shape, and easing into the breath. Notice that left hamstring and the left behind the knee, the left calf. Soften the face here as we drop into this surrender, this pose of devotion of Hanuman. Relaxing the arms and the hands. Breathe in. And now let's exhale to bend that left knee. So the left knee is over that left ankle. Maybe bring it past for a moment. Just kind of going forward and back in a little low lunge. And then from here, with that left knee over the ankle, this is where we're going to swing that right foot off the left long edge of the mat. The right knee and the right thigh face the right long edge of the mat. That left knee is forward. So that's kind of like that. Right knee off the mat, left knee on, bent. And then find your variation of this shape. So you can bring those hands in front of that right knee. You can bring them past the right side of the mat by that left foot. You can bring them next to that left foot. You can bring them everywhere in between. Allow this shape to offer you that expansion, maybe in that left hamstring, maybe that left hip. Maybe you feel it somewhere entirely different. You can come into a puppy variation with the arms out. Again, opening up to receive spiritual energy. Grounding into the earth with our hands, our feet, our knee. Just a few more breaths. One more breath in. And exhale to walk those hands into wherever on the mat is going to feel nice and secure and stable for you to bring that right foot back to the earth. And the right toes face the back of the mat now. We're kind of centered on our mat now in a low lunge. And then when you're ready, you can rise up if you need to, but eventually end up straightening that left leg, those toes towards the face for our Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale. Just maybe softening the gaze and closing the eyes and just inviting in the idea. Maybe we're not totally sold on it yet, that everything around us is here for us. It's here to advance us on our journey as explorers of consciousness. It's here to propel us forward. It might feel like roadblocks, might feel like we started in the wrong direction, but let's just imagine that it's all here to further us on that path. Inhale. And now let's exhale to bend that left knee once more. Coming into a low lunge. Let's rise up and tuck that pelvis and feel nice and long through the body and that side body. Inhale. And then we'll fold forward to frame that foot. Let's step the right foot forward to meet the left, and we'll hang here in our Uttanasana. If you want, you can come into gorilla pose by bringing those hands underneath the feet and the toes in the wrist crease, pressing down onto the palms with the feet. Or if that's not quite your cup of tea, maybe just find the big toes with the fingers and really extend through the back and the back of the legs. And now bend the knees. We're going to rise up, meeting in mountain pose, back to our mountain here to ground the feet and lift the heart. Exhale. And inhale. Let's exhale to fold it forward. Uttanasana, bend the knees, then straighten maybe. Inhale. Let's exhale back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. The toes, the heels ground. Maybe the heels don't ground, that's okay. Hands ground, palms ground, heart reaching for the thighs. Let's give ourselves 5 breaths here. Maybe noticing where we Notice that manifestation of prana. As do we notice it in the heart? Do we notice it in the breath? Do we notice it in a gentle sway or a pulse? That's prana. That is life force energy reminding us that it's there and sustaining our life. Inhale. Let's exhale, lower down the knees, and then walk those hands forward. Exhale to lower down the forearms and the elbows, and then slide those legs back, lowering the tops of the thighs, the hips, the low belly. And now if these back bends are uncomfortable for you, just maybe find a child's pose or a puppy. But if they're okay in your body, let's inhale and pick that right leg up and then extend through as if you're reaching a toe as far back as we could, and then let that leg come back down again. Maybe notice how much further down the mat that right toe is, or that right leg compared to the left. Let's inhale, lift that left leg up and reach that left toe, and then let that leg drift and settle to the earth. And you just grew a little bit. Now we'll inhale, and then exhale to kind of lift the heart a little bit, activating that low back and mid back, the elbows and forearms ground. Shalamba Bhujangasana, our Sphinx pose. Exhale. Now energetically pull those elbows towards the hips and imagine that heart in the chest. We're just reaching past and through the shoulders. Shoulders are receding back, and so are the arms as the heart beams forward. Exhale and inhale. Let's exhale to glance over that left shoulder towards that left heel, that left body that we just stretched and moved. Exhale to bring the gaze forward. Inhale. And then we'll exhale to lower the belly and lower the lower ribs to the ground. Bring the hands underneath the forehead like a pillow. Bring the feet towards the sky. Maybe windshield wiper those feet side to side now on this little back opening here. And now we'll exhale to bring those legs nice and long. Inhale to lift the head off the back of the hands. And then we'll exhale to slide those hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the heart and the chest. The low ribs are on the ground. Maybe let the hands hover this time for baby cobra. Now you can stay here if you want. Bring those hands to the earth. They can be off the mat. The hands don't have to be under the shoulders. Find where you want your hands on the mat. And then maybe press the hands down and begin to exhale with the heart. The low back, mid back is doing the effort here. The heart is along for the ride. Breathe in. Maybe you exhale and press down a little more. Back active. Drop those shoulders. Maybe the elbows even dangle. You can even kind of swing them around because they're not firm here. They're loose. Breathe in. Let's exhale to press up and back to child's pose. Giving ourselves a breath or two here from our cobra. Coming into Bhujangasana, our strength posture. Another breath. And now let's exhale to come back onto the front of the body, walking the hands forward, lowering down to elbows, lowering down onto the chest. The hands a pillow for the forehead, resting the head, pausing here. Exhale to lift the head, be glancing forward with that gaze. The palms can come underneath the shoulders, or maybe they're wider than the shoulders. Eventually, maybe exhaling to press the hands down, and then inhale to lift the heart. And exhale to press again, lift the heart into whatever age of cobra you want. Full cobra, baby cobra. Let those shoulders drop. Open to receive spiritual energy. Embracing all experiences as part of our process of learning and awakening. Exhale to lower everything back down. Inhale, hands under the shoulders. And then exhale. Child's pose or a downward facing dog, our final little spinal extension shape of the day. Downward frozen dog or child's pose, allowing it to serve you and lengthening through that low back that you just compressed and just opened. And now finally, lower those knees down if you're not already. If you're in child's pose, lift up and just kind of drop over to embryo pose. Maybe the left side or the right side of the body, the left arm or right arm underneath the head, and just rest here on your side, knees on top of one another, legs on the earth, arm underneath the ear, pausing, maybe closing the eyes. On your next exhale, you can roll over onto your back. Breathe in, and then exhale and bring those knees to the chest. This is also going to lengthen that low back. If you want, you can find a happy baby with fingers on the big toe or the sides of the feet parallel to the ceiling. I like to snap, crackle, pop my toes when I'm in child's pose. And then whenever you're ready, if there's any posture that you'd like to offer to yourself before coming into Shavasana, please do. Otherwise, just come right into that Shavasana. Letting that back body drop. Allowing ourselves this rest here to renew us. Allowing our body to benefit from the rest of Shavasana. Yeah, there you go, legs up the wall. That's your favorite. When you get into Shavasana, maybe you just usher it in with an inhale and an exhale for 4 counts. And maybe eventually an exhale for 6 counts. Just a few rounds to just signal to the body that now it's time to rest. So imagine all those muscles that you notice that you contracted. Just imagine it's like melting candle wax, warm wax, just pooling, opening. With our loving kindness meditation, just a little bit different today than it usually is. Just going to bring this loving kindness to ourselves, knowing that it will benefit, it does benefit all of those around us. Yeah, you can stay in Shavasana if you want, or you can sit if you want, whatever is right for your energy and your mind. I think this time of year is a really beautiful reminder and time for us that we can wind down and we can take on a different pace. Let's draw the breath in and out, just settling into our loving kindness. And say out loud or to yourself, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I open to receive spiritual energy. May I embrace all experiences. May I be loved. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be open to receive spiritual energy. May I embrace all experiences. May I be loved. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be open to receive spiritual energy. May I embrace all experiences. May I be loved. May we become loving kindness as we pause here. Bringing awareness to the physical body, bring awareness to any manifestation of prana, the heartbeat, a pulse, the breath, a slight sway. You can make your way to seated, or if you have time for shavasana, just stay there, it's okay. Let's inhale. Exhale. And inhale to close. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.